guys, I'm back with a brand new video. Again, another video trying to be a little bit more consistent with my YouTube. I hope you guys enjoying the videos and what I have to say about my opinions in different situations. Today we are going to be talking about Sneako. And I think we've made a video before talking about Sneako or just showing a few clips of what Sneako does. But today is going to be us looking at a few things Sneako has been going through and breaking it down a little bit. So first of all, my opinion on Sneako, I want to feel bad for the guy. He was a pretty big YouTuber. He had a really successful career at the start. When he was, I think, like 14 years old, he started his YouTube channel, and he was making some very thought-provoking videos, saying some things that really get you thinking.
Be making something out of their lives while I'm filing reports for a corporation I despise would kill me. I had an interview at a school last week, and the interviewer told my dad that she thought I was visionary. She said I had the potential to be the next Steve Jobs. She told my dad not to tell me this, but he did it anyway. And compliments like that shouldn't get to my head, but it sure as hell did. Call me arrogant all you want. Call me a cocky prick. But I'm just confident. Did this make you offended? Good. That's the first step to doing something with your life.
What do people think of you? This is what we live for. It isn't how can I make myself better, it's if I go hiking this weekend, how many Instagram likes could I get if I take a selfie next to a tree? Our image is everything, and if you pay attention, you'll see the lengths people go to maintain this. Virtually everything you do is an anticipation of how someone else is going to react.
And really well edited videos went towards his like teen years, but then it started going downhill. He would here and there talk about politics when he was younger in his teen years, but the more he got older, the more it was less thought-provoking, and it just turned to a bunch of brain rot. And in some circumstances, yeah, he'd make a few good, valid points, and he'd have some proof behind it, and he'd make some entertaining content. But after a while, it went from trying to get people's minds turning and to get people thinking, and more into, I want views, I want money, which there's nothing wrong with wanting views and money as long as you don't like sell your soul for it. Then again, I'm not really the guy to make that decision for people. They'll do what you want, but whatever comes after that, that's on you. Me personally, I think you should make content that is fun for you or something you're interested in. And that's what he did for the most part. But after a while, he would do anything to get the views, which is, again, nothing wrong with that, but he'd do it to a point where he wasn't even doing what he liked or enjoyed or make people think, which is what he would say his content is for. But when you looked at his content, it was more about getting that clip or getting that reaction or making a clippable moment so you can get views on TikTok or YouTube. And it went from making entertaining content to what's going to get the highest clicks. Instead of making people think, it was what's gonna trend on TikTok today or Twitter today. Especially around the whole red pill era, we'll call it. It was bad. First, he started as, very charming, thought-provoking, and he went on a few podcasts, and he's like, everyone kind of messes with him. Some people don't like him, but that's okay. You always have that on YouTube or on TikTok. But then he went on a podcast with Agent, and he says something he really shouldn't have said. It's basically about him going to a swingers party with him and his girl, and basically just being a cuck. He's sitting there watching his girl get railed, and crisscross applesauce just watching it all happen. So yeah, there's that.
See, imagine seeing the girl you love
get fucked.
get fucked.
You love her?
Yeah, I do. I love it. Yeah, I love her. I was about to say I love this bitch. I'm like, no, let me not say that. I love my wifey, my queen.
And you allowed the love of your life to get fucked by another man.
What happened to the other?
I'm crazy.
The first time, as soon as I saw like 3 pumps in, I just got up and walked out. I'm just like, I can't do that. Like, feeling traumatic thoughts, like seeing her with another person. It's a lot. It's a lot. But I think it's something everybody should do just to test.
Which isn't really a problem in itself, Obviously, getting cucked and stuff, you'll have some people make fun of you here and there. But if it's something you stand by, something you live, it's whatever. People won't really harp on you that bad after a while. You just go on your day and then that's it. But It's the fact that he had struck like such strong convictions about so many things. Like he always preached being traditional, being a traditional man, and women being traditional women. And everything he would talk about, his life would directly go against. So, for example, he always preached about having traditional women, and the woman you were with was not able to sleep with multiple men in the past. So that was already number one. I'm pretty sure the woman he was with slept with multiple men before he started dating her. And now they're going to swinger party and she's sleeping with multiple men in front of him. So now it's very contradictory to everything he believed in. Again, there's nothing wrong with that. If you're in a relationship and you're in, like, you guys are cool with that, whatever. But it's the fact that he was coming at other people, saying their lives aren't traditional, not worthy, shit like that. But then he'd be living this life. So after all that, now he was preaching the whole red pill thing, following Andrew Tate and everything he said by the word, but also living a different life adjacent to that. After a while, a lot of YouTubers and even his own fans would see how much of a, I don't want to say clown because I don't want to be too bad on him. You know, people are human. We all go through things and we all make mistakes, but that's the best way to explain kind of what the stuff he was doing is being a clown. And people started exposing him for the things he would say but not follow. Do as I say but not as I do. And after a while, his viewers started going down. He started saying very, very vulgar things and doing very vulgar things.
What's funny about the internet? It hides the fact, and like this feminist garbage hides the fact that she's attracted to that guy making the videos. It is what it is. Girls, you could vouch for it. You know it's true. She would. She would. And you know what's true? What's so predictable? You could tell by the way she's talking that she hasn't been properly in a long time. It's been a while. So she's on the internet making this garbage video, promoting all this feminist garbage to your fucking lonely girls in the comment section. What you really need, Chad, is some yeah, shut up with your feminism. Yeah, come here. That's what you need. And she's gonna go, that's what you need. You need some sense fuck back into you. And you know what they're gonna do right after I did that? They're gonna clip that part and say I'm an incel problematic, but you know it's true. You can hear it in her voice. She hasn't been properly in too long, and now you make no sense. That's what happens, man.
Which is not allowed on YouTube. So after a while, he did get banned, and he moved to Rumble for a while. And on Rumble, I think he had a contract, so he'd get paid to do Rumble streams. Rumble never really popped off or anything like that, or at least from my knowledge, it never really popped off. So he was trying to get all his fans on there, saying Rumble's better because it supports freedom of speech. Now, don't get me wrong, freedom of speech on YouTube is a little shaky. Honestly, not that much, because I think YouTube, for a company, especially after saying things like Twitch, being very biased towards guys and girls, I think YouTube is doing a pretty decent job. It's not easy running these platforms and choosing who to ban and who not to ban. Deplatforming isn't really a good thing. I would never try to, cheer for someone to be deplatformed or try to fight for someone to be deplatformed, but I do think, contrary to what most YouTubers say, saying that people shouldn't be deplatformed, we shouldn't be supporting this, I do think some people do go too far, and I think Sneako was kind of stepping into that realm before he got banned. And then after he did get banned off of YouTube and switched to Rumble, he definitely went onto the dark side and started doing a little bit more extreme content that would definitely not be allowed on YouTube. Now that we're all out of the way of the Sneako lore, we can go on to what is going on now. So Sneako's still on Rumble, yada yada. He's doing his content. He's still farming for clicks and views and kind of selling his soul for everything, but whatever keeps the lights on for him. I think it's clown behavior sometimes, but I'm not him and I don't have to live his life. So we fast forward to present day Sneako, and he approaches Sean Strickland, which is, I think he's a UFC fighter. I actually, for sure, he's definitely a UFC fighter. Apparently he's really good. I did some research on him after hearing about this, and he's a very, very good UFC fighter. And he has some power behind his punches. For some reason, Sneako approaches him because Shawn doesn't know who the fuck he is. He just approaches him at a random event and says, "Hey, we should do some content together. I know somebody, you know somebody I know. We should do some content." So Shawn, he doesn't really know the YouTube scene or anything like this. He sees someone that wants to collab with him, he'll do it because it gets him, more money and more fame. Now, where this takes a little bit of a weird turn is Sneako. He used to preach back in the Red Pill days that you should be in the gym every day working on yourself, even though he barely does. I think he literally only works out in front of the camera and then puts down the weights and goes in his room and tries to find the next thing to farm content on, because he has seen some progress, but from what I've seen, it literally looks like he's just going to the gym with his camera, working out a little bit in front of the camera, and then going home, not actually hitting the gym consistently every single day. Because he does have progress on his body, I'll say that. As someone who goes to the gym myself, I see some progress, and that's always a good thing. I'll never shit on somebody for going to the gym and try and make their lives better or lives healthier in any way. But it really did seem like he was just trying to use it for the whole red pill thing. And he asked Shawn to box him, box him, because I guess he started doing boxing, saying that, oh, everyone should get into boxing so they know how to fight, which I guess isn't a bad thing to get into. But he asked Shawn to box him. I guess the agreement was like Shawn has to just block but not throw punches for like a minute or 3 minutes. Can't remember exactly. And for that minute, Sneako's trying to get some type of hits on him, and he's getting nothing. And whatever he did land, 0 damage at all. Like, I don't even think Shawn's head moved that a little bit. But the minute goes out, and you see Sneako's life flash before his eyes. The way this man's head was bobbing back and forth constantly was absolutely insane. I've been through some rough experiences and I've done some crazy things in my life, but holy crap, I don't know who in their right mind would ever try to fight a UFC fighter for content, because the way he was getting decimated, it's undescribable. Just look at it.
As we get closer to the 3-minute mark, you're about to feel a significant more amount of pain. They should be setting it in right now, then nothing you can do can hurt me. And this is a moment that, as you're realizing, you're about to have a really bad fucking day in the next minute. Here you go. Oh. Jesus. You still good.
So yeah, that happens. He fights Shawn, and Shawn just decimates him. Literally has a bloody face and he's all bruised up. But Sneako obviously did this for clicks and views. I think at one point he said that he wanted to pick his brain about like politics or something. But realistically, it was just for views. He will literally, I kid you not, do anything for views. He will hang out with anyone. He will collab with anyone. He will do anything for views. And getting beat up is, I guess, nothing short of just wanting views and money, because I think, I know, he is struggling. Not struggling, he's still making money, still making way more money than I am. But he isn't making the money he used to. I think the biggest mistake that I saw Sneako make was getting banned off of YouTube. Because if he was still on YouTube, even if he wasn't liked like he was before, he would still be making way more as he making on Rumble. Unless he has some insane Rumble contract, which I doubt, because Rumble really doesn't have the backing like Kick does. Like Kick, they're making $70 million deals, $100 million deals. And Sneako, I don't even know what deal he has, but it can't be as great as the Kick deals that you see going on with Aiden Ross, XQC, and all these different names. So, yeah, I guess, it's not terrible. He's still making money off of the Rumble deal. He still has some type of viewers that want to see him do some crazy stuff. Even though he said he went to Rumble to, speak his mind, speak the truth, expose the truth, empowering government and all this stuff. I don't think he really does that. He's just doing anything for views at this point. But there's nothing wrong with changing up your content and trying something different. But I will say, compared to where he was and how far he's fallen, especially from his 14-year-old days where he was saying thought-provoking stuff, and his teen days where he had the most amazing edits possible. I've seen so many YouTubers and other people's opinions about his edits, and they said it's like nothing from this world. The way he used to edit things and make you see things in different perspectives was unimaginable. And someone in this space back then, if he had the momentum he had and he was making the videos he had right now, he'd have so many subscribers and making so much money, and he wouldn't have to sell his soul to do it. He would just be making the content he loved. Then again, I'm not Sneako, so who knows? Maybe he really does love doing all these crazy things and doing sometimes weird stuff to get money and views. Maybe he enjoys it. I can't imagine he enjoys it because he hangs out with people like Neon and Jack Doherty, like the two most annoying pieces of shit on not even YouTube. I think Jack's on YouTube. Actually, Neon's. So yeah, on YouTube. Like, these guys are running around knocking people over with the security guards behind them so they can't do anything to them. I can't imagine as someone you want to hang out with and then claim that you're morally correct or anything like that. And if it wasn't already bad enough seeing Sneako get his head rocked inside the cage with Sean Strickland, it gets even worse because now he's trying to call out Kai and IShowSpeed. I guess that they were at an event, and when they got to a certain point, Sneako was told to sit there and just wait next to someone else while Kai and Speed were let straight in through, and they were escorted like bodyguards and everything. And Kai and IShowSpeed didn't look back; they just kept on going.
Can you please wait with Sneako?
Okay, perfect. They're with you?
Yes.
Have fun, guys.
Okay.
Thank you.
And he's trying to call him out for being fake and all this other stuff. And the only thing I could really think of when I see these things like Sneako being left behind, I could think of that Meat Canyon video where Sneako was being made fun of by Meat Canyon and someone's like cucking him, and he's just like, all right, Sneaky.
Charlie? Hey, yo, baby,
What?
hey, baby.
What?
Can you and your man take this into the other room, please? I can't hear myself think with all that love making you're doing.
Fine,
Thank you
whatever.
so
Yeah,
much,
no
baby.
problem.
Yeah.
No problem, Sneaky. No problem.
It's Sneako.
Now, he's trying to call them out saying they're fake, that these guys don't mess with you, this, that. And I think this really came up because Aiden Ross was distancing himself from Sneako because I guess Neon did some snake stuff, and Sneako will still hang out with him because Neon gets some clicks and views, so I guess he'll do whatever. And I guess Aiden didn't really like that, so he's been staying away from Sneako, and Sneako's been calling out Aiden saying, how are you going to say that I'm fake or anything like this when you're hanging out with two people who left me behind? And they not only left me behind, but they left you behind. When all these false R-word allegations were going out, I was behind in your corner when these guys didn't want to talk to you. Which I guess is a valid point. No, you can say, don't stand with me now when I was going through hard times, you weren't standing with me. But to be fair, these guys do have their own careers. They don't want to be associated with that type of stuff. Am I saying it's right to leave someone behind when they're in their time of need? Hell no. I think you should always help your friends out, especially if you hang out with them that much from what it looks like in their content. But I will say, with all the crazy stuff that was going on with Aiden Ross, I wouldn't be surprised where Kai and Speed didn't want to be a part of that stuff. It's not like they were all over the internet, like dissing Aiden or anything like that. They just distanced themselves when all these crazy allegations were coming out. Me personally, I think Sneako really needs to grow up, needs to find something more meaningful than trying to get content, like views or anything like that. I think he has way more potential, especially what you saw in like the YouTube career he had for a while. He had so much potential from his editing to his perspective. He could have gone above and beyond and become one of the top creators on YouTube. But now he's doing anything he can to get views, to scrape any type of revenue he can get from doing the most wild things or hanging out with the most degenerate people. So, is it sad to see someone go like this? Yes. Do I agree with him being deplatformed? It's a so-so situation for me. I think deplatforming is a bad thing. It's, you're taking someone's career, something they've worked on for years, and you're just taking away from them. You're saying, hey, you've worked on this for years, but we're just going to swipe it from under you. It's a very sucky feeling. I don't think anyone should have to go through that. But also, YouTube are the people who pay you. And when you say crazy things that they don't approve of, when they have rules saying you can't say these things, and they give you multiple warnings saying you shouldn't say these things, and you still do it, and then not only that, you come after their organization saying that they're bad people, what can you really expect? What are they supposed to do? At that point, you're kind of doing it to yourself. Anyway, guys, I know this was a longer video than usual, and I'm glad to get that out because I really want to keep doing this content stuff. I want to see how far I could take it, and thank you guys for watching another video, and I can't wait to hear what you guys have to say. Please tell me any of your opinions, what you guys think of the situation, what can I do different in the video, and yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.